Everyone, great to meet you. My name is Victor and I am the CEO and one of the co-founders of Synthesia. And today I'm going to be talking a little bit more about the technology we developed and how we help companies create primarily training and corporate communication video content in 39 different languages using artificial intelligence. So before we sort of kick that off, let me show you a quick video of what this actually looks like. I'm sure this isn't going to go through very well on kind of a video call thing, but let's give it a shot and see how it works. This video that you're about to see was generated entirely by typing in text. I'll show you how it works in a second, but let's have a quick look at this video first.
Hi, and welcome to the GTC conference. I'm Anna, and I am an AI presenter created by Synthesia. This video was created by simply typing in text. Today, Victor will talk you through how to scale your video production and communicate more effectively and in any language. Please meet Victor, and I will check back in shortly.
So the video you saw here was generated entirely through AI. Again, this was just by typing in text. And I think the fidelity of what we can achieve today is obviously pretty high. And I'll talk a little bit more about why this is so valuable to businesses. Synthesia as a company was founded something like 3.5 years ago. We're a team of deeply technical people. You can probably imagine most of us are professors or PhDs who've been working on video synthesis and AI technology for a pretty long time. Over the last 3 years, some of the things that you might have seen that we have worked on has been the David Beckham campaign, where he speaks 9 different languages. Look at it on YouTube. It's pretty cool. We've also been on the AI Top 100 list, and we work very closely with Stanford University, so we have a lot of ties there as well. If we sort of zoom out a little bit and just think about why is this technology so interesting? A video is just the most popular form of communication today, almost no matter what you're doing. If you are educating online, if you are communicating with friends and family, especially in these COVID times, if you're trying to teach something, if you're being entertained, video is the most dominant medium online, and this is only set to continue. In a corporate sense, there's a very simple statistic that's very important. You remember around 95% of a message when you watch it in video versus only 10% of what you read. And this is really important, especially when you are building an organization that can handle things like COVID-19, where people are remote. Sending out long text documents or emails is not a very effective way of communicating. And that's why the kind of technology for building AI video is so important. What we're doing is we're creating these synthetic videos that I showed you before using AI. You don't need any cameras, film crews, or expensive studios. So the process goes from writing a script, finding an actor, getting a film studio and post-production, simply logging onto the Synthesia platform and making a video, which I'll show you in a second. This is what the platform looks like. This is the creation pane. Basically, you just type in the text and your video will come out. We have a selection of different actors that you can use to create your videos. And while we're here on the call, I'll actually just show you just how easy it is to create these types of videos. So this is the platform that you're seeing here. I can go into my actors pane. The platform comes with a set of built-in actors and characters that you can create videos with. These are all real people, and they basically get paid per video that is created with them. You can also upload yourself. You need to record yourself for 3 to 4 minutes and send us the footage. And then you will appear here on the platform, and you can create videos with yourself. Once you've decided on an actor that you want to use, you come in here to the creation pane. And what you have here is something that's kind of similar to how you build PowerPoint slides. You have a presenter here. You put in your script. I'll put in something in English here. With the tech that I can select different voices. I can add a soundtrack. I can change the background or choose a green screen if I want to export it into a video editing program. But you can also upload your own images and backgrounds, which is what most people do, which could be anything from a PowerPoint slide like this to a background video that demonstrates something about your brand or your company. You can also change the position of the actor, move them a little bit back and forth. You can create these kind of circle style videos that you're seeing here, where you can do this type of video format. And really the possibilities are quite endless. You can mix and match between different actors. Think of this almost kind of like creating a slide deck. Once you're happy with it, you just click create video. And after 5 to 10 minutes, your video will then pop up here in the language that you requested it in. So that is literally how easy it is to create a video with our platform. If we talk a little bit about the kind of use cases that people are doing. So as I mentioned a little bit before, most of our customers are using this for corporate communications and internal trainings, where you want to have a piece of video content rather than a text-based content. If you have a workforce where there's different nationalities, this type of software will, again, help your employees retain the information better by simply producing something that is more engaging than just reading a document, for example. We also do a bit more advanced things than just normal videos. So video chatbots, for example, are very, very popular. This is essentially a widget you can install on your website. It will pop up and it can guide your visitors, kind of like a salesperson would do in a one-to-one manner. So just play a video here so you can see how it works, but I also suggest that you jump on our website and try it out for yourself.
Hey, I'd love to show you how Synthesia works. What type of videos are you interested in creating? Product videos are great for showing your customers how your product works. With Synthesia, you can personalize them to each individual user. For example, you can address, "Hi, Victor. Welcome to Synthesia."
And so you can build these types of flows where you answer a question and you're then served a video depending on what your answer was. And this just makes it a little bit easier for people to understand exactly what it is that your product does and what it can do specifically for them, right? So you might want to present different content depending on if someone works in the advertisement industry, or if someone works in the automotive industry, for example. We also do a lot of these HR and training videos, as I mentioned before, where people want to show what is actually happening. So I think of this as like a product explainer or product tutorial, where let's say you are a bank, for example, and you have a lot of customers, and those customers continually ask your customer support questions around how do I export my statements as a PDF, for all these kind of pretty simple questions. You can of course write an article that describes how to do these things, but it's much more effective with a video. We can just show people how to actually do it. So this is a quick demonstration of how we use them at Synthesia. This is a video on basically how do I take my PowerPoint slides and turn it into a video. So just play it here, and hopefully it should make sense how this works. And you can remember that this can be done in many different languages at the same time, right? And you don't need to do any voiceover or recording with any cameras.
First, open up your slide deck and export the slides as images. Locate the image files on your desktop. You're now ready to start. In the Synthesia app, create a new video and go to the pane where you can upload custom backgrounds. Upload each of your slide images so they're ready to use. Create new slides on the left and use your slide images as backgrounds. Finally, insert your actor and script for each of your slides. Click Create Video and your video will begin rendering.
So if you just look at this from your perspective, if you were to watch this video versus read an article that I'd written about how to do this, I think we all agree that this is just a much, much better way of communicating with customers or internal employees, right? And this is definitely one of the main use cases that we're seeing on the platform. You could have the person who is speaking here be one of our actors, or it could also be someone from your company or someone who's branded with your company logo or t-shirt, for example. So those are kind of some of the use cases that we're seeing a lot of. There's also an API where you can build more advanced experiences, and you can integrate the technology into your software. For example, we have some people who have an online learning platform, and what they've done is they've created this virtual teacher who will, as you're answering questions in real time and doing your training, he'll provide you feedback, both if your answer is correct or if it's wrong, but it'll also help you along the way and give you hints and tips if you have a difficulty finding the right answer. I think this is particularly interesting if you work with kids or young people, where anything that can make the experience just a little bit more like being in a classroom is very, very valuable, particularly in the time that we're in right now, where most kids are not in school as much as they used to be, and they're sitting at home trying to keep their concentration on their schoolwork, which is really, really difficult. So I think this is a really amazing use case of what we're doing as well. A quick case study of some of the companies and people that we work with. WPP is one of the world's largest advertising conglomerates, and they needed to train their employees in digital transformation. Now, there's a bit of a special thing about these courses that they made. First of all 20 modules of 5 minutes each was created on the Synthesia platform. But we also went one step further than just having AI-generated videos. We also personalized them to each single employee. So every time an employee watches one of these courses, the Synthesia application knows what their name is, it knows what their role is in the company, what agency they work in, and all of this data is then used to create a personalized experience just for them. So apart from the video saying the name of the person watching it in their language as well, we also have different roles and levels of proficiency in certain areas, which will affect the content. So someone who's a marketing executive and someone who's a software developer will get 2 different courses. And that's a really, really exciting peek into the future of how I believe most of the videos that we watch online will eventually be. It'll be much more personalized and tailored to each of us rather than being a mass communication tool. We work with lots of exciting customers all around the world. Our London headquarters is where I am at right now, but we work with customers all over the world. We do many, many different interesting things. And if you would like to try out the platform yourself, I suggest going to our website and creating a demo video. It's free, it takes a couple of minutes. And you're also very welcome to contact me on my email, which you can see here, if you would like to learn more and have a bit more in-depth discussion about how we could potentially help your company communicate more effectively with your customers and with your employees. Thank you very much for listening. And I hope to see you on our website, and I hope that you'll create a demo to share with your friends and colleagues. Thanks.